Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Beast Tamer Bard build, episode 41, I believe. Yeah, 41. And we're witnessing Social beat the crap out of this Necromancer. You want to kill me right now, don't you? But you can't. You're a good boy, Social, so loyal to your goddess. You were just talking a second ago about how he's... Oh, I could have brought the darkness out in you, right? You'll have to let me go or commit a sin, so I win either way. Witness the genius of our Lord Baphomet. He doesn't have to let you go. His tenets mean that he can't kill you, but that doesn't mean that he can't drag you back to camp in chains and have you serve trial. Is he telling the truth? Your religion doesn't allow you to kill him? Yes, the Eternal Rose is known for her grace. It teaches us to show mercy to anyone who asks for it. It's one thing to slay an enemy in battle, but a captive must try to save their soul, to show them the beauty of the world, persuade them to abandon the path of evil. Difficult, but the world is better for it. Just repeating your own sermons back to you. Come on, Sociel, try to make me repent my sins. Perhaps your kind words will make me abandon Baphomet's teachings, run to Shellen for redemption, and start knitting some masterpieces of my own. The cultist smirks impudently. I'm kind of inclined there, right? I honestly, hit him some more. Just be careful not to kill him. Shellen doesn't say anything about kicking a few teeth in. Sociel knocks the Necromancer down to the ground. Enough. He's defeated and will disturb the dead no longer. Pummeling him further is not justice, only revenge. I had absolutely no idea there was so much rage in me. A shame, a disgrace. But I must admit that I enjoyed beating. Forgive me for letting you see me like this. It should never have happened. Sociel wipes the Necromancer's blood off his knuckles and steps away. You're the commander, and he is your captive. It's up to you to decide his fate. A scroll of aid. No, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, one. What do you think I should do to him? I have no right to decide whether he should live or die. You are in charge, Yin. Here. I'll send a messenger with orders to imprison the cultist. His deeds will be punished to the fullest extent of the law. Yes, that's the right thing to do. The cleric lets out a sigh of relief. Thank you. Absolutely. Sociel examines the devastated graveyard, then diverts his attention to the terrified townspeople. All right, you're safe now. Bury the bodies again. This is a place of peace. Must not leave it desecrated like this. The townsfolk are clearly terrified of even looking at the fallen undead, but Sociel's soft words reassure them. They work together. The graveyard soon regains its tranquil. After prayer, Sociel bows his head before the graves of his friends for the last time. May the Eternal Rose grant them peace at last. Be on our way. We have many more innocents to protect from the horrors of this war. Aww. My god, I got my ass beat in here. Okay, so I actually kind of want to come back in just a moment. Oh, I missed some. Oh, well, yeah, I didn't, loot the last group, I guess. Sweet. We want to... Changing the group will take 6 hours. I mean, yeah, I still want to do it. Except... Since we just did Sociel's quest, we'll just bring in Camellia. Accept. I need the following command. Ugh. I don't want to, like... I'm not sure that 6 hours or anything like that matters, but I don't know if we have, like, time issues or anything like that, and I don't want to be frivolous with time in a situation that could become an issue.
Beautiful.
Alright. Wow, that really sucks. Ditch Ninio, bring in Camellia real quick. That feels bad, man. I think Woljif has some trickery. Good day, citizen.
Let's see what we can do.
Say, is there really not a way to get down there? There is. That would have felt really strange and bad, honestly. Sweet.
I can handle it.
Oh, it's still there. It just... weird. Weird.
I will lend you my aid.
Can't make the demons
Alright, so
wait.
next time we rest, I need to focus on getting that stuff repaired. I think we have some scrolls of restoration or something like that, though. Do I want to rest here? I kind of feel like I do. If we come to Social, we could actually do this. Shield of Faith lasts for quite a while. So I like that. Divine Favor? I think we actually need this many lesser restoration. Otherwise, I would normally try to fill up with more protection from alignment communal. I think that's probably pretty good. Blessing of Courage and Life. Line weapon seems good. Yeah. Spell magic. Resist energy communal is just really, really good. That seems interesting. Goodness and luck. Interesting. I think we... Sure, let's try this Archon's aura thing. Seems okay. Theory. Alright, we're gonna save here. I want to flip over to our Crusaders army, though. Nice. Okay. Oh, this is superheroes of might and magic. Your army is engaged in battle. The enemy army is displayed on the right. The Crusader army is on the left. Battles are displayed. Can move and or use its melee attack. The range of the unit's movement depends on its speed. Use a range attack if one is available to the unit and there are no enemies near it. Use an ability if one is available to the unit. Take a total defense, boosting its AC for 1 round. Wait, postponing its action. I think I was just repeatedly waiting because I was hitting the W key. Whenever a unit performs an attack, the damage dealt is calculated as follows. All soldiers in the attacking unit make a damage roll to determine the base damage. The damage multiplier... Okay. It's fair. It's Heroes of Might and Magic, but 50,000 times over. Cultist Fighters. Actually, I'm just... Morale do. Minus 23 morale. 0 morale. Might Evil, Lay on Hands. Okay. One to 3. Nice. Okay. Double nice. Do combat morale, but what does combat morale do? Okay. Don't know. Combat morale is now minus 23. Oh, he charged. Okay. Gonna butcher this guy, honestly. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. So that is super-duper Heroes of Might and Magic. Like, not even close. So, Heroes of Might and Magic. You defeated your first enemy army and received a number of finance points. You can use these finance points to hire a general for your army. Already done. This can be done by accessing, each belongs to one of 3 classes: Fighter, Ranger, or Wizard. Generals cannot be killed. If a general's army is defeated after 3 days, the general can be assigned to a new. The general's attack and defense are added as bonus to the attack and AC of all units in their army. The general's power affects the effectiveness of their abilities and spells. Initially, an army can be composed of up to 3 units, but experienced generals who have the Master of Maneuver feat can lead armies made of a larger number of units. When the battle results in a victory, the general's infirmary brings back some of the lost units. The infirmary size is limited, and thus it prioritizes restoring units of the highest value. Cool. Having defeated a band of cultists that had driven the captives from Conabras and made the ruins of Valis gift their temporary base, the commander's army celebrates its first victory. Unfortunately, the demon worshippers have killed all the citizens and gathered their belongings in a pile in the middle. That. I recruit. Okay. That's quite a bit more finance points than I was thinking. Oh, you can convert actual money into resources. Gotcha. Okay. Not like actual money, but like in-game currency. Okay, so this is creating a new... I'm just gonna try this specifically. That's creating a new... Okay. Whoops. No movement points left. Okay. Swap. We're gonna enter this location. We're gonna rest. Because I want to try... using lesser restoration on the damages.
Beautiful.
That I have. Motherfucker is back. You. Who was the elf that was talking to you? She didn't introduce herself, but she was greatly interested in the volunteers that had joined the army. She thought I might know the elf she was looking for from my mercenary contacts, but I couldn't tell you any more than that. She never shared his name. He's over in here. If that is the person that I think it is. It just keeps generating stuff. Like, in this camp. I want to see if there's a scroll of, like, regular restoration. A lesser there. There's 700. I mean, that's expensive, but I kind of would rather go ahead and get this thing off. He's after you, home dude. Okay, let's talk to Socio. Where are you from? From Andoran. I grew up on the outskirts of Carpendon, a large, rich city surrounded by gardens and vineyards. Just imagine miles and miles of greenery and fragrant orchards. Socio inhales with pleasure as if he could still sense the aromas of his faraway homeland. My family had a small winery. I worked there from a young age. Pressed juice, did a little carpentry, painted. One day I discovered I could do more with paint than simply cover walls with it. There was a temple of Shellen nearby. My brother and I would often spend our days there, listening to the music and enjoying the stained glass windows. As a boy, my brother decided to devote himself to serving the Eternal Rose. Our parents hoped that at least I would remain to run the family business, but he makes an apologetic gesture and flashes a disarming smile. Can't be helped. God has called me too. All right. I have plenty of cousins, second cousins, and other relatives. This war is over. I'll go back there and see how they're doing. So you're an artist. The cleric smiles shyly. That's too grand a word for it, but yes, I love to paint and I know how to. Of course, a crusade isn't the best place for art. What I manage to draw here is at best sketches. I hope, when this war is over, I will be able to turn them into real paintings. Fascinating. May I see your sketches? There's nothing special in them, but if you're really interested. Socio hands you a folder filled with pencil sketches. You recognize familiar fighters in some of the portraits. The cleric drew them without flattery, just as they are. But beneath the features that seem boring and even ugly in life, Socio's hand has found inner beauty, power, dignity. The tired faces of soldiers, covered with wrinkles and scars, resemble an army of angels. There are landscapes in the folder as well. At first, you don't understand why these blooming hills, shady groves, and shimmering springs seem so familiar. You've passed by these places as you traveled around the Worldwound, though you saw them darkened and maimed by demonic influence. Sociel's pencil has restored them to their former beauty, which the demons stole from them, which the Crusaders are fighting to return. Instead of working as a craftsman, you decided to serve a deity. An interesting turn of fate. Sociel nods with a smile. Some clerics are proud of their tender hands, which have never touched anything heavier than a brush. There's nothing ugly about hard-earned calluses. Indeed, I should say that saving the world is easy with strong hands. The smile disappears from Sociel's face. We just saw him beat the shit out of someone, so yeah, this is interesting. He looks down, adding, I'm sorry these hands couldn't save the people who died in Canabras. How'd you end up in Canabras? A grim shadow falls over the cleric's face. I was hoping to find Trevor in the city, my brother. After my brother took his vows and was ordained a paladin of Shellen, he departed for the crusade. He wrote home often about everything he saw, his battles, the people he helped. From his letters, I learned that he had joined the Eagle Watch in Canabras. Soon his letters became infrequent, and they stopped altogether. Feared news of his death, but silence was our only answer. Not a word from him, or from his command, nor his brothers in arms. Nothing. In the end, I couldn't wait any longer, and I came here myself to find Trevor, if he's still alive, or his grave, if he should have perished. But my brother seems to have vanished. I tried asking the other paladins, but they refused to talk to me. Very much like they're trying to avoid the need to lie. I sent official requests to their order's command. Still, I wait in vain for an answer. I joined the local church of Shellen, hoping to find out the truth one day. The city was attacked by demons. When your brother was preparing to become a paladin of Shellen, did he learn some kind of art too? Yes. Socio smiles warmly. He always was a good woodcarver. Toys, whistles, window frames. Our house was the most beautiful in the area, all dressed in his wooden filigree, from the railing on the stairs to the wonder bird on the roof. You must love your brother very much to follow him here. You have no idea how much. I would follow him to the end of the world, into the abyss itself, if need be. Trevor is an amazing man. I know he's alive, too stubborn to die. I hope one day he joins us. Then we will surely triumph. Oh, I really hope this isn't going to be like a tale where the brother's a fallen paladin or some shit like that. How'd you end up at the court of Queen Galfrey? The cleric looks down. When the city was attacked by demons, there was a hospital in our church. Every one of us was prepared to fight to the last to cover the evacuation. But our Mother Superior wouldn't let me join the fight. Sent me for help. And everyone who stayed was killed. Why did she choose me? Because I was new, youngest and least experienced of the clerics. I wouldn't be much help in battle. Or maybe she was giving me a chance to survive while the rest of them bravely died. Shellen be my witness. I did not ask for this. I would be honored to lay my own head next to theirs. I ran to the closest Mendevian garrison. I don't know by what miracle I got there. There were demons all around and everything was on fire. I remember my horse was killed right under me when I fought off some shrieking monsters. But when I came to, I awoke among friends. My first thought was that it must be a dream. My delirium, Queen Galfrey herself was dressing my wounds. It was true. It was the queen herself, tending a lowly warrior. That's how I ended up in her army. I marched with them back to Canabris, the ruins. How do you manage to always look like you're on your way to a tea party, not a battle? Socio looks down for a few moments, searching in silence for the right words. At last he softly replies, when I first got here, to the whirlwind. You know the word terror doesn't convey half of what I felt. The land itself here is maimed and mutilated, desecrated. But more frightening still is what the war does to people, to their bodies and souls. For every knight in shining armor, there are 100 warriors whose souls are maimed with fear, suffering, and cruelty. Many have forgotten why they're here, and now know only war. When there's a break in the fighting, they drink themselves into oblivion and wallow in the mud. They're rotting alive and don't even seek help. They gave up on themselves a long time ago. Socio looks you in the face and you see pain in his eyes. Don't misunderstand me. I don't condemn them. Quite the opposite, I want to help. And to do so, I must look after myself first. Not only to treat and support them, but to remind them that there's something else besides war. There's a normal world out there. A place where blood doesn't stain the ground and people don't sleep in trenches, and a place where, as you said, they even occasionally have tea parties. The cleric smiles, but his eyes seem sad. You do so much to help others. I want you to know, whenever you find yourself needing support, you can count on me. Thanks for caring. I'm glad I know I have a friend like you. I used to have no one to rely on besides my goddess. A shadow crosses Social's face momentarily, but it's immediately replaced by an inspiring smile. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I promised I won't neglect myself. To serve others, I must have strength. Why is a servant of the goddess of beauty doing in a war? We already know that. Doing what the goddess destined me. To keep our fighters safe. I'm confident in our victory. The gods of good are on our side, so we cannot fail, but victory is not enough. I do whatever I can to help those who are holding off the forces of the abyss, so they may live long enough to see victory, without losing themselves along the way. Every one of our soldiers deserves a home where people love them and are waiting for their return. When our soldiers are finally able to go home on that day, I may earn the right to lay down my weapons forever. Your art is so touching. Perhaps I could pose for a portrait sometime. Just you and me? I'm nervous about making too many romantic connections because I don't know if romantic connection, like, keying on one locks you out of others, right? Social's face becomes flustered and struggles to find the right words. Finally, he brings his emotion under control and offers you a smile. Of course. If you'd allow, it would mean a lot to me. It'd be absolutely wonderful. Okay. Tell me about your brother. Trevor, he's always been my hero ever since we were children. I was a coward, always telling petty lies, always running away from danger. Trevor always ran towards it. He had this saying, an army stands until peace comes. A lie stands until the truth comes out. He never lied, never let injustices pass, never... The cleric's voice trembles and breaks, and he shakes his head. He was 8 when he said he was going to be a paladin. He always went towards that goal, day after day, never looking back. I remember the day he went off to fight. I thought, this is it. The war will finally end. Trevor will defeat all the demons and close the world wound. But Social gestures helplessly. Fucking ow. Oof! My goof, that hurts. I feel almost kind of like suspicious, like I've gotta be on the lookout for our little elf friend, you know? Friend.
Here we go.
You know? Bye, Queen.
I can handle it.
Okay, we're gonna save. And again, we're gonna rest and see, you know, what happens there.
We've met before. You never shooed me from the temple steps. And once, you gave me a whole loaf of bread.
And I'd let you keep sleeping on the street. Forgive me, Ember. I did nothing for you when you needed my help.
She just told you did. She obviously didn't feel the exact same. But that's okay. Alright, so yeah, we still have wisdom damage.
Can't make the demons wait.
No damage, none. So this is, yeah. Everyone else's damage is burning off. We only have one more there. So that's the... Okay. So we're fine. We don't need to bring in Social to do a whole bunch of lesser restoration. I mean, I guess we could snag that real quick. Whatever. So let's go to the next thing. Army who dis moment. That army's quite a bit scarier. Let's flop over here. Someone is in the road! Okay. Magical anomalies are common in the world of Golarion, so common that the use of the word anomaly itself is questionable. A regular city dweller will encounter a chaotic manifestation of supernatural power at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume that the strange sky, the ghostly fire from rifts in the ground, the rain of eyeballs, all that the world wound is known for, should find some purchase in the mortal mind. But even the most worldly travelers feel uneasy at its borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively they understand that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound, an ulcer, through which the world itself bleeds into the abyss. The commander and his army walk up the high bank of the West Selen River, where it draws near the border of the world wound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over their sharp edges and sickening bends, the shade of mercury on the horizon rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the soldiers' heads, it regains its familiar azure hue. The soldiers whisper and grumble. The commander feels eyes upon his back. Somewhere among them, wearing simple armor and unrecognized by anyone, the ruler of Mindev is standing and watching the new commander closely. The commander gives a signal to wait and climbs to the highest point along the bank. There he decides to address the soldiers and boost their morale. Hell yeah, we succeeded. Establishing rapport with his troops is yet another battle that the leader must face. Through the subtle alchemy of words, one can win trust and raise morale, or lose face and authority. Addressing the army on the border of the World Wound, the commander seeks to establish himself as a military leader on this new battleground, and his efforts prove fruitful. The soldiers listen dutifully, smiles appearing on their faces. Someone in the ranks jokes that the demons are growing tired of waiting for them. The army keeps moving. Lines of soldiers step warily beneath the shroud of low black clouds, like the World Wound has reached out a finger into the lands of Mindev. The gesture seems eerily harmless, but then the clouds come to life, shooting out howling tornadoes one after another. The tornadoes come from all sides, from ahead, behind, and right above the soldiers' heads. The power of the elements on one side of the scales, the soldiers' faith and inspiration on the other. It's plain to see which is greater. The determined army runs the gauntlet of tornadoes. The struggle lasts over half an hour, but the army's only losses are a few bags of supplies and a dozen hats whipped off into the sky. After stopping to catch their breath, the soldiers continue on. Their first encounter with the World Wound has ended in their favor. Ooh, oh no, we have a tracking morale scenario. Ooh, shit. Current morale is 14. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. What? Okay, so is this the further away from a command location, the longer it takes? Changing the group while traveling may require extra time. That is exactly what's happening. Alright, let's go to the Houndheart campsite. We're looking for, what's his name? Elan. His ring for his betrothed? Or something along those lines, I believe. Nice. Let's take a look at our formation. Social Amelia up front. Okay. That was deceiving. I was like, all right, let's head south. But there's not really a south.
Can't hide from me.
Petrified egg. Finally here. Elan and Curl must be around here somewhere. And Janna too, if they gave her permission to leave. Ah, there they are. Hey. I thought we were supposed to be doing the investigation. Greetings, Sela, and greetings to you, Knight Commander. Sir Elan puts his hands behind his back and bows slightly. Then he casts an inquisitive glance at you. He seems less friendly than he was the day you met at the Defender's Heart. Janna puts her hands on her hips. She looks even more dashing than usual. Elan is feeling a little shy. He thought he asked for help from a couple of nobodies like us, but now you've turned into the saviors of Canabras, knights of the Fifth Crusade, marked by Iomede's blessing, and you still came to help him dig through a pile of junk. Sela frowns a little. Let's not talk about it. I assure you, I'm the same Sela, your friend from the League of the Cart. Came here to help you look for Elan's ring. By the way, where's Curl? He didn't come with us. Said an old wound was acting up. All right, my friends, since we're here, let's finish this mission quickly. Really don't feel comfortable bothering the Knight Commander with my personal problems. It got real dark all of a sudden, y'all. Glad we're here to help you, Elin. I'm glad we're here to help you, Elin. I hope everything works out perfectly for your wedding, too. I love weddings so much. They're full of joy and new beginnings. But I haven't had any yet. Can I come? Of course, Lady Ember. So my bride doesn't run away from the bungler who managed to lose the ring he bought for her. What, is there something wrong, Elin? Am I making you nervous? I apologize. Janna is right. Much has changed since we met in Canabras. Some things for the better, some not at all. He stopped short, apparently unwilling to elaborate. What does the ring look like, and where should we look for it? Last time I saw the ring was with my things in my traveling chest. Now the camp's in total disarray. I don't know how we'll ever find it. The ring is made of a shiny silver metal with a deep blue-green jewel. Can't miss it. Master Derek is not just a jeweler, he's an artist. There's no mistaking one of his creations. Sounds delightful. I wish I possessed one of Master Derek's fine works. I've seen them from afar, worn by visitors to the Graham Mansion, but I've never held one before. I was never allowed to approach important guests. Alright, Camellia. I'm not one for florid compliments, my lady, but I suspect the master would happily give you one of his works as a gift. He does that from time to time when he meets someone whose beauty inspires him. Thank you, sir. Camellia lowers her lashes demurely. And creepy! A trinket worth several months' pay, Elon? The rules on the surface are insane. You should give your girls fried rats like we do. You'd save yourself a lot of trouble. How'd that work out with Windwog, Land? Jana and I will look around the northern side. We'll see you when we find something, or when we give up trying. Like, it got fucking dark, y'all.
Let's see if I can sneak around.
Is that a trap? It might be a trap.
Fucking deer are just hanging out.
Beautiful.
They're just like, hello.
I found something.
Let's see what we can do.
Whoops is so fast compared to everyone else. Ground is trampled, there's signs of battle. The Houndhearts were clearly attacked by demons here.
Here we go. All right.
Torn flag of the Houndhearts, a small but noble order of Crusaders. Melted shard. Alright. Enough of this fucking lollygagging. Shit. A small closet demon emerges from the chest. It looks at you angrily, screwing up its ugly little face. It is holding a shiny object in its paws, a sparkling silver ring with a large blue-green jewel. It's mine! It's mine! Dylan, look. Look at that creepy thing. What's it holding? Uh-oh. I've seen one of those before. These small demons like to tease and bully, but it'll bolt if it senses any real threat. Let's surround it and attack it all together before it can figure out what's happening. Oh. Well. That didn't work. Mine! The Quasit throws its paws into the air and splashes you with beams of color. You hear insolent giggling. The demon is jumping up and down, throwing the ring into the air and catching it. Mine, mine! You're all right. They'll come round soon. Quickly, let's catch the little rascal before it runs off with the ring.
I can handle it.
I am helpful, am I not?
You are helpful.
Can't make the demons wait.
When the wearer of this hat uses any song, this song also grants fast healing at level 1, fast healing 2 at level 5, and increases 1 point every 4 levels thereafter. Excuse me? Oh, but it's, Gotcha. I don't think that's worth. Let's go deal with the closet first. Oop. Oh, well,
Let's see what
look.
we can do.
He's going back to this place.
Here we go.
This fucking closet's just like... Is that Curl? Hey, Curl! Before Elan manages to get to the closet, the halfling Curl appears right next to it, quite out of nowhere. He snatches the ring from the demon's paws. You mustn't get it. Curl, what are you? What the fuck is going on? Thrusting herself between Elan and Curl, Sela barely manages to absorb the blow aimed at the halfling. Elan, stop! Have you gone mad? He's using a summoning spell. He's using a summon spell. Why did you stop?
Yet another obstacle.
That's a lot of bows. Okay.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Oh, right. Okay, let's make sure we do a... Actually do prayer. Right. Okay. Definitely want, I think, to probably just try to put one of these guys to sleep. I don't think they have invulnerability to sleep. Need good or cold iron, I forget about that. Nice, he's down. Sweet. Okay. Interesting. Critical hit. Oof. 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 Alright, Sociel is not super well armored. And those undead are pretty weak. Oh, sneak attack? How'd you sneak attack me? Horse shit. Out of there. It's leopard time. Okay, they do not do very good. He has a cold iron weapon, right?
No glory without risk.
Okay, put on my cold iron arrows. If I fuck that up,
You
that
won't
first.
survive me.
Okay. We're gonna protection from communal. Protection from communal, not protection from protection from evil communal. We're also going to try to sleep this guy. Thank God for Ember. Like, holy fuck. Put her defensive up.
I'll cut you wide open.
Nice. Yeah, go for that quasi. Yeah, get that bitch.
I can still fight.
Liliel's getting his ass beat. I'm getting my ass kicked. Yes, yes, Ko, we are. My God. Okay, well. I'm just gonna try to heal myself.
Into the frame. Huh?
Endure this.
But fuck it. Sleep that guy too. Ah, fuck. Of course he's the one that succeeds.
The spirits demand your blood.
Odie's just snoring like crazy next to me over here. Sketch. The big sketch.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Alright, let's take this guy out, yo.
Make every strike count. Begone, fiend!
Yeah, get him.
You are today's sacrifice.
Alright. We should be okay. If we don't kill this guy outright, we should kill him with the 50,000 attacks of opportunity when he stands up.
The light, take you.
What? Bullshit game.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Just hit him with like... Alright, Elan. Don't be dumb.
Fall!
There we go. Alrighty.
Go for their hearts! The world in crimson!
It was actually a lot of zeros, in fairness. Now that I look at it.
Into the fray!
Bam! Done deed. What were you doing? You nearly cut down Curl. Without a second thought, without a trial. Without even knowing if he was responsible for all of this. He might be a victim himself. What am I doing? He lured us into a trap. Curl was the only one who knew where we were going. He knew we thought there wouldn't be anyone at the camp besides some small, harmless demon, so he set a trap. I wouldn't be surprised if his demon masters had him targeting the commander from the start. Talk about believing in the redemption of scoundrels. Elan scoffs. Barely know anything about what happened. Curl is a good lad. He's not a spy or a murderer. Maybe they threatened him, tricked him, or even bewitched him with demon magic. And now we'll never know because you let him escape. Better to let a thief escape than cut down an innocent. Oof. Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle here, right? Like, we should be suspicious of Curl, but we should have tried to apprehend, not kill. Right? You two need to calm down. You're both right in your own way. And anyway, what's been done can't be undone. Lucky no one died in today's little brawl. But who knows where Sela's naivety may one day lead you. You hear me, sister? You're not just another knight. Whatever you do may have terrible consequences. Clearly have something to say. Go ahead then, spit it out. Sela, I didn't want to say this, but I think of you as a friend, so I'm going to warn you. After what happened at the Grey Garrison, you're in serious danger. Maybe not just you. You might like to ignore military hierarchy and the rules of knightly orders. There's wisdom in them that has stood the test of time. A soldier rises from a private to an officer. A knight begins as a squire. Even Iomede's paladins gain their abilities gradually. Not with you and the commander. You were granted incredible powers far surpassing seasoned paladins with experience and skill far beyond your years. You received this gift at just the right moment and saved a lot of lives across Mendev. It's a great deed that will be remembered for ages to come. But what happened next was wrong. They began to worship you. The Queen gave you such vast power, all while you sidestepped everything. Training, experience, hardship. This is not the first time Her Majesty has behaved rashly, and how much good has this brought Mendev? I'm frightened by what I see, especially by the way that you, Sela, trust people so easily and leap into adventures without looking. One day you'll lower your sword when you should have driven the blade home, just like thousands of bright-eyed youngsters will after you. Elan pauses, as if reluctant to continue. Looks you in the eye. I wanted to tell you the same thing, Commander. I kind of wanted to just hit him with this, right? Like, okay, I have the power. I've been put in the position. What do you want me to do? Abdicate? Just be like, okay, well, I didn't earn this. Bye. Okay. I hit him with the chaotic. So if I understand you correctly, I'm an incompetent leader who never earned my position. Elin looks right at you with this clear blue eye. Bear me no grudge, Commander. Not so ungrateful as to forget what you did for Canopus and how you agreed to help me. I said it to Sela, and I'll say it again. It wasn't a reproach, but a warning. The power you've been given may be in your undoing, the undoing of all the Crusaders along with you. Be afraid of what's new and unknown. We need to bear in mind our responsibilities. Whatever was given to us, we can use it for good. In any case, forgive me for wasting your time and subjecting you to danger here. Now at least we know that Kurl is a traitor, and Janna is a coward ready to abandon her friends when the going gets rough. I hope we'll all learn a lesson from these mistakes. As for that blasted ring, to hell with it. Diana won't love me solely for the gifts I bring her. Elin makes no attempt to conceal his disappointment. Nodding goodbye, he lowers his head and walks away. Sela watches as he leaves. Her expressive eyes are filled with sadness. Everything's become very complicated all of a sudden. Please, Kajak, let's go back. I'd like to talk to you about it later. A lot to think about. Well, hell.
I can handle it.
What's in this fucking tent?
Save the last one for me.
Uh-huh. Who has my fucking communal shit? Protection from energy communal or whatever. Alright, hold up. I just looked at my time. It's 11:05. I need to go ahead and end the episode there. So that was interesting, right? We just that was again unexpected, right? Did not anticipate things kind of going that way. So that is going to be the end of this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.